Hello everybody, my name is Swicey and welcome to my channel. Today we're on Blur's account. I'm not too sure how to pronounce that name, but we're going to be taking over his Kraken level Hydra. So as you can see, I mean, just based off that, he is in the top 150 players inside of LiveArena. He's also just doing really amazing damage inside of Hydra, despite the lackluster clan. Now, I'm not trying to hate on the clan, it's just for the account. I mean, top 130 live arena, you'd expect a little bit higher of a clan, but still, he's doing fantastic, and there's absolutely no way to hate on the grind. So yeah, you can tell by the account, we got a +4 6-star Geralt, we got a +2 6-star Marius. I mean, there's so much on this account. We're gonna have a crap ton of fun trying to make some stuff work on here, guys. I am sure of it. So between all the champs and I mean all the mythics, all the gear, we're gonna have some massive damage come out of these teams. Now, we won't be doing the entire test on them, but I will post the final results to the community tab of the channel eventually once he gets those out. But yeah, we're going to do a small test of each of the teams, kind of getting a feel for how much damage they can actually put out. I'll give my estimate and we'll move from there. So yeah, let's go ahead and clear out the I think we're redoing the nightmare. I just need a little bit of room here. We're going to clear out these three real quick, and now we're going to get to the fun portion of actually deciding what the teams are and how we're going to be building those champions. So we have basically anybody I could possibly need. I don't think there's really a champion missing that I would want, so we can just kind of do whatever. Now, he does have Lazarius built for... he has Lazarius built for a damage type build when support is actually the meta one for Hydra, so we're going to be avoiding the Lazarius. But besides that, we should generally be fine to do what we want. We do kind of have to avoid the changing the 6-star soul on our Harima. But yeah, so for the Nightmare team. I do have some inspiration from some of the highest teams that I've seen, and I think we're going to go something like this. So first, we're going to have Makage, then we're going to have Toshiro, or actually, wait, I gotta double check and see if there is a Krisk. I didn't check for a Krisk, so that might be one of the few champions we don't have. I don't know, maybe he's at the top and I just missed him, but Krisk is the champion we would want if at all possible. Let me just double check through here. Let's not take up too much time checking around, but Krisk is the champ we're after. Seems like we have Grisur, but not Krisk from what I see. I'll double check and look up his name in a little bit, but yeah. So we're gonna go with Feral. We're then going to go with our Toshiro. We're going to go with Teox wherever he is. There he is. And then I forget the last two champions that I was hoping to put into this team. We are hoping for a pretty full auto-friendly team, just with targeting. So this puts out a really solid base of the team. Now I kind of got to figure out what are the other two champs that I was looking for, because we don't need any more damage than Toshiro and Teox, so it's just more about how much further can we take up this Feral. Well, can we take up the damage with champions similar to Feral? And I do think our first option is going to bring some damage, but is also going to be bringing us that provoke that we need. And he's going to be bringing it very consistently in a Merciless or Reflex set, depending on what we have. And then we have to finish out the team with, could really be anybody, I guess. But there's a lot of, I mean, dude, there's so many insanely high souls. I think just somebody who's putting out a lot of buffs with, maybe another ally attack could be good. It's kind of hard to decide. So many champions. I could almost. I wonder if double Mikage would be good or not. I don't see why it wouldn't. Because then we just get more and more and more Toshiro AM1s. We make sure our buffs never fall off. We have the increased attack for both of these guys. We can put somebody into a not a protection, but a guardian set. I think overall that sounds really nice. So we're going to call this the Nightmare team, and then throw together a, well, it's actually just going to be a Trunda team. And I'm just looking to improve the gear and make it overall better. So we have Trunda, then we have Fina, wherever she is. There she is. We have Fina. Then we need to have our Yumiko, I believe. I could be wrong about that, but let me double check. Yeah, okay. So we have this on Fina. Now, I'll have to figure out how to properly build her, but I do think that is a fantastic option. And then we do have to put together some other high elves. Now, Bellor at +4 will do exactly what we need. We need Arbiter for that extra turn meter. She also is 6-star soul, so I assume she's going to be able to get to really high speeds. Then we need, I believe that's really all the champs that we need from the faction, yeah. We have all 3 here. Oh, wait, no. We need one more champion from the faction to make sure that she's getting all of the bonuses. Yeah, because we need this part of her passive right there. Now, I do want to check her speed lead because I haven't actually checked out her lead before. I don't think it's better than Trunda's. Yeah, no. Not even remotely. So we need one more champion from High Elves, which I'm going to have to go by faction to see which ones we have. We have Tora, who could be good considering he has that very high soul. I think Tora might just be the best option. I mean, Galathier's is always here, but he isn't going to be able to bring too much in the way of, we don't really want to put him in a protection set, and we can always put Tora in a protection set. So I think we're going to use Tora, and then we need one more champion. If Gerptuk is on the account, I think we go with Gerptuk just for that extra damage boost, or we go Yumiko. I think Yumiko is actually the option, so let's not go by that. Let's just try to find her. I don't know if she's been plussed or not. I do know that there's one. Okay. Alright, so there is the team. I do hope that this does some insane damage, and I'm sure we'll get to test that. So guys, I'm going to go ahead, get the teams built. We're going to look at the champions builds, get a feel for the actual damage that they can do. Maybe run to like turn 50 on each team, just to give a very small idea, but we could just do a multiply by, what, 30? Or... yeah, I think it's, yeah, multiply by 30 to get the actual number that we're looking for as an estimate. Now, yes, Toshiro will need to, he will need to build up his damage over time and stuff. So that will take, it'll take just a little bit. It won't take much time at all, really. Now, this is what we're talking about right here. It could, I mean, honestly, it could take a good bit. What is that, 4 or 5 of these? I think it's 5 of these. Not too bad, but regardless, let's go ahead, get these champs built, and then we'll come back and see what they can do. I'll see you guys then. Alrighty guys, so we have both of the teams built. You'll notice that there has been a couple champion changes, and that's just because it's the way that the teams will work best. Taking out the second Mikage, make sure that Toshiro's the only one getting the extra turns. Also, Yasura's just going to help make sure that the downed heads stay down longer. It's very helpful, and overall, with that 6-star soul, she's going to be doing so much work. She's also in Merciless and Impulse, and we'll get into that, but that just means that she's cycling even more. And then we also have put Necmo in place of Yumiko. He's just doing the same thing that Yostrid is and keeping the downed heads down longer. And he's also in a Hex set, making sure that we get that consistent Hex, and overall it works better. So yeah, let's go ahead, take a look at this team, and then we'll give it a bit of a test run. Recently used first. Okay, maybe not. Maybe we just got to go to champion tags and go to favorites. It's going to be a little iffy, but we'll get the idea. So Toshiro's here first. Let's take a look at him. He is in 6-piece Merciless. He has 1 piece of Pinpoint. He's at 65k HP, 5.5k attack, 255 speed, and then 337 crit damage and 231 accuracy. He's that low because we have that extra 80, and then we also have the lead from Mikage. Do keep in mind that a lot of these builds have a lot of room for improvement because we don't have any ascension potions or oils or anything. We have nothing. So many stats are going to be added over time. He's fully booked on the first form with 6-star Crushing Rend, and then these are the masteries we went with. Then we have our Mikage, which we went with this one. She's in 9-piece protection. She is at 65k HP, 4.2k defense, 321 speed, then 500 accuracy. Not fully booked, but just missing one on the A1. She's 5-star polymorph, which is whatever. I mean, she's also being used in arena somewhat, so it's fine. And then we're going down into Eagle Eye with picking up lasting gifts, because that is very important. Then we have our Teox. So Teox has 2 pieces of Slayer, which actually I forgot to do that. Okay, he has 2 pieces of Slayer, 1 piece of Merciless, then it's in a lethal set. He's at 7.5k attack, 233 speed, and then 340 crit damage. We made sure to get him just over Toshiro, so we don't have to worry about Toshiro getting eaten initially. He's fully booked 6-star Crushing Rend, and then these are the masteries that we went with. Of course, picking up Crushing Rend, not Crushing Rend, Helm Smasher. Then we have our Grisur. Grisur is in a Hex set, as well as 1 piece of Slayer, 1 piece of Pinpoint. He is chilling at 5k defense, 243 speed, 100% crit rate, 278 crit damage, and then 277 accuracy. Do keep in mind that we have these bonuses, we have the lead, so accuracy is going to seem a little low on all these champions, but it's really not. Then we have 4-star Cruelty, which honestly I'm not sure that we even need. I think Nature's Wrath just might be better, but it is what it is. And then these are the masteries that were on him. Yeah, I think we should reset them, because we could pick up the Cycle of Violence, bring it down, Methodical, War Master, and then on this side we can actually make sure to pick up both of these, getting what should be the middleman here. I guess actually we could go with this and this, and I think that's just better. Yeah. And then we have our Feral. He's in 9-piece protection. He's at 55k HP, 5.2k defense, 271 speed, 409 resistance, 213 accuracy. Again, accuracy will go up with the lead. We'll be fine. He's fully booked with 4-star Cruelty. I mean, we just have Cruelty out the ass at the moment. There's nothing. I mean, there's not really a better one. I guess the best one for him would be Harmonic Impulse, but honestly, you'll see we do too much damage for it to matter. And then we're going down into War Master, picking up Blasting Gifts and Master Hexer. Am I missing anybody? Yostrid. Yostrid is in Impulse and 4-piece Merciless. She's currently 75k HP, 4k defense, 310 speed, 427 accuracy, fully booked with 6-star Cruelty. 2 books missing on the A1, and then these are her masteries. I do think we could pick this up instead of this, but it is what it is. It's fine. I'm not going to swap them around. Not worth the gems. So yeah, that is the first team fully taken a look at. Now let's go ahead and do a little run here. So we're opening A1 because I mean there's no point in wasting all of our stuff. Then we go ahead, give ourselves all that fun stuff that we need. We can just drop an A2 into the to the head of decay here. We put up our buffs as to not make it a problem. Drop this insane AoE. I think that's just one of the best AoEs in the game. And now we can actually start doing damage. With Toshiro doing what Toshiro does, it will not take long for every single one of these heads to be dead. This is my first time using a Toshiro is in this team. I've never actually gotten to use one before, so it's been really fun getting to use him and seeing what he does. Because like I've heard of it, but I've never actually gotten to use it. So then we get Grisur helping out, taking out the teams. Taking out the heads. And then we can just start A1ing, making sure Toshiro goes in 2 million. That's without him being stacked up at all on anything. I mean, what a champion, guys. And then we can just drop another A1, another 1.2 mil. Let's try to get rid of some of our stuff here. Yeah. It isn't going to be the most damage you've ever seen for a little bit. It's going to be kind of meh, just because Toshiro isn't fully ramped up. As soon as he's fully ramped up, this team starts doing ungodly amounts of damage. So we drop that. We drop the decreased speed once again. We can use a little AoE here because he will do some really solid damage. Another A1. Sadly, didn't get any of the stuff that we really needed. But there we go. Everybody's down. I mean, we don't really need anything. Everybody still has their buffs, so we can just drop a decreased speed. And use that. And you can already see that this is going to do some crazy stuff. that A1, dude. Holy cow. I guess we can just drop this, do a little bit of damage. I mean, it's not that much compared to Toshiro here. But I feel like it's hard to compare really anybody to him. It's crazy what this does, and damage that would feel insane on any other team doesn't feel like that much here, which is pretty funny to me. That A1 just did so much damage. Okay, drop some more hexes. Let's go get our buffs up. All right, now let's drop some leech. Dude. I'm in love with this team. Teox, every champion on this team I don't have besides Mikage, and all of them are way up on my wish list right now. I wish I would have gone for the fusion for Free Ostrid. Really sad that I didn't, but it is what it is. Let's continue ramping. As you can see at turn 10, we're doing over 10 million damage per turn on Nightmare difficulty. That's not something you see too often. Let's drop a quick AoE. Get some turn meter knockback on all those heads. We could also do one of these. Yep. I think we should just increase our buff duration. Make sure that nothing gets sketchy. Alright, how much damage will he do? Yeah, I think it would have been better to A1. So I think that's something to keep in mind when running this, is that the A1 is just going to do more damage than the A2. I don't think the A2 should be on at all. AoEs getting higher and higher. A1, 2 mil. Another A1. This is so funny. 5 mil in total off of that A1. Let's buff up, make sure we get all of those funny buffs. There we go. And we are heading towards, I think we might be almost fully charged up on the Toshiro now. If not, we're very close. There we go. Alright. So, I mean, I don't think anything else needs to be shown about this team. It's just insane. I mean, turn 14. We're at 220 million, guys. That's just crazy. That's just crazy. I have nothing else. I don't know what else to say about this team. But yeah, it's fully auto friendly. I have the AI set up for it. It's I mean, it's gonna be fine. We should be seeing what's my damage estimate here? I think we might see close to 7 billion, maybe. I think that's a decent guesstimate for it, maybe 7 billion. Um because once everything is fully ramped up, just going and going, I mean, I don't see any reason why it wouldn't do somewhere near that. But yeah, so at some point you just stop using Teox's A2 and just uses A1, because I mean, you can see that hit right there just did so much. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna let it go on auto just for a little bit, guys, and then we will move on to the into the next team. Already almost at 500 mil at turn 22. All right, yeah. I think we'll get to I think we'll get to 400, call it there, and move on to the next team. I could show this team all day. It's really fun, but we do have to move on. We do have another thing to do. Let's drop this AoE, and that we'll call it there. Let's end the battle. We're not gonna keep it. I just want to see the damage. 202. Holy crap! In 7 minutes. That is something else, guys. Like, truly, that isn't something I thought I'd ever see in Hydra. Let's free regroup that as to not keep it, and let's move on to the next one. The next one is going to be our Trunda team. So our Trunda team is comprised of Trunda, Fina, Bellor, Arbiter, Necmo, and Tora. Now let's go ahead and check out their builds. So let's start out with our Trunda, the really important champion. So Trunda is in 2 pieces of Merciless, 1 piece Slayer, a Refresh Amulet, and then a Savage set. She's at 8.6k attack, 253 speed, and then 369 crit damage. Also 70% crit rate because we have Fina, she allows that to happen. Fully booked with a 6-star Crushing Rend going down into Helm Smasher, making sure to pick up Stoke Fury just in case. It doesn't really matter, honestly, we're just focused on Cycle of Violence and bring it down. Then we have our, let's go to Fina. I mean, it's not the best build. It's pretty basic, honestly. It's a 9-piece protection at 319 speed. That's really all that matters. Make sure to book her out. And then no masteries yet. On her masteries, we'd for sure go Lasting Gifts. Outside of that, it doesn't matter, really. We just want to make sure to pick up that Lasting Gifts. And then I guess the Cycle of Magik is also very nice to have. Then we have our Arbiter. So Arbiter is in 2 sets of Perception, 2 pieces of Pinpoint, and then a speed set. She's only at 379 speed. It's okay. It's not that good. But she's basically fully booked. She has a 6-star Intimidating Presence, and then she's going down into Timely Intervention, making sure to get Lore of Steel and Lasting Gifts. Then we have our Bellor, which his build was okay. I mean, it wasn't that fantastic. Just made sure to get that reflex, and then as soon as we get 1 more Merciless piece, you'll have the Merciless plus the reflex, which is what we really wanted, but we were missing a piece of Merciless. So he is in reflex, 3 pieces of Merciless. He is at 4.2k attack, 266 speed, 100% crit rate, 277 crit damage, 384 accuracy. He's not booked at all. He doesn't need to be. I mean, it adds damage, but it's not necessary. 1-star Nature's Wrath, and then these are his masteries. You could easily go him Helm Smasher. I do think these need swapped over to make sure that we get some extra, just a little bit of extra movement throughout these, extending that, making sure to pick up Cycle of Magik, and then we're going to run this down into Cycle of Violence, and I guess we'll go with Warmaster. It's just guaranteed damage. We don't have to worry about it being any form of inconsistent. So yeah, that is Bellor. And then we have Tora, and we have Necmo. So Tora is just, we just needed him faster and higher crit damage than Trunda. Nothing else mattered, so these stats don't matter. All we need is to make sure, I mean, the defense is okay, 5k defense, 253 speed is important. He has at least 70% crit rate to make sure he's still critting, 381 crit damage to be higher than Trunda. He isn't booked at all yet, and it is important to try to pick these up eventually, and if we could get him in these stats in 9-piece protection, that would be the move, but we can't. Then we have him in 6-star Crushing Rend. Then he has no masteries right now. If we were to have them, I would say pick up Blasting Gifts and probably Helm Smasher, considering a 6-star Crushing Rend. And then we have our Necmo. Now, do keep in mind, guys, as I said earlier, all of these builds will get better with Ascensions. Just think about that when looking at a lot of these builds. So Necmo is at 43k HP, 4.3k defense, 271 speed, and then 366 accuracy. He's in Hex, 1 speed set, and then 3 pieces of Pinpoint. He's fully booked with, well, besides 1 on the A1, 4-star Cruelty. Then we're going down into Warmaster, making sure to pick up Master Hexer and Sniper, because we want that Hex out as often as possible. Also, everybody needs Glyphed, so all these speeds will go up, all the damage will go up. But yeah, I don't think anything else needs said. Let's go ahead and give this a bit of a run. I think we're on Brutal right now. That's where we're supposed to be. I hope that's where we are. We just start off with Fina doing really whatever. We just need to get around to getting our stuff out. So now that that's out, actually, okay, we need to reset to make sure that we get that Hex out on the head of Mischief, so we can target Mischief with Trunda. It just makes things a lot more smooth, and we don't have to worry about anything once that's out there. Okay, I guess we're just gonna hope for a hit. Hopefully it's not too bad. Okay, there we go. It's okay. Nothing crazy. Let's reset Trunda, see if we can get her to just lay out the team, and then we'll get into sync, hopefully. I had a really good run a little bit ago, just kind of testing it out, but we'll see how it goes this time around. Hopefully we can hit that head enough. We really just need to get Bellor back around to his abilities so we can, yeah, so we can get that out. We can start hitting things with Trunda some more, try to get her reset. Yeah, we got to reset, and then we're going to reset her once more. It could have been worth resetting with Bellor, actually resetting Bellor, so that we can get the decreased defense weaken out again, but I don't think it's too big of a deal. And as soon as we can hit this, we will. There we go. And that is a cool 229 mil at turn 3. Now, honestly, Toshiro wasn't all that far behind, but yes, Trunda is better. This is also lower difficulty, so that's kind of funny, but it's whatever. We have some amazing damage here. Trunda really doing solid stuff, and then everybody around her just putting that puzzle together. It's very impressive what these champions are able to do together, and I'm very happy with the actual damage turnout. Now, it isn't exact, and I'm not too sure truly where this team will end up. I'm just hoping above 7 mil. I mean 7 billion. Anything above 7 billion is very good. That's what we're hoping for. Anything above 7 billion would be higher than the team was doing previously that he was running in hard. But putting him in brutal gets better rewards, and overall is just better to have. higher difficulty allows for just better clash points and everything, as long as you're able to put out similar damage. Let's go ahead, reset her. Now I guess I would prefer to get that decreased defense weaken out. So I guess that's what we're going to do. We're going to try to get that out. Now, this isn't a perfect run. I'm not paying too much attention to it, honestly. I could be making plenty of mistakes, but I'm sure when he's running his actual run, it won't be full of mistakes and things. So yeah, we'll do one more Trund to smack and call it there. We will hopefully get the idea of it off of that. We weak hit, but I mean, after the next one, I mean, that added like 100 million or something. Amazing stuff from Trunda. Everybody's working together very well. Overall, very happy with the builds, very happy with the team, and I am sure that he will be as well. So guys, I really appreciate you all for watching. If you did enjoy this video, consider liking, subscribing. If you're not already in my Discord, you can join through the link down in the description. There you can find where I do the takeovers like this. You can get account work done on your account. I think I have pretty fair prices, and overall the wait isn't usually too bad. All things considered, I think that I am a decent option, and we also have an amazing community of people who can help you out with really anything that you're having issues with. I don't always answer everybody's questions, but if I'm chilling in Discord, I'll answer whatever you guys are wondering for free. I mean, I don't charge for advice at all, unless you want full-on account coaching. That's a different thing, but that's besides the point. So guys, appreciate y'all for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out, everybody.